I've done one, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, how you guys doing tonight on Friday night? This is KLA Cloud, the ones we're about to give it to you. Another interview I have with a lovely lady. Her name is Nakoma Tala, Great Warrior Wolf.
There you go. Yeah,
And
said it. Some people
yeah,
don't say it right, but you did it right off the bat, so that's good.
yeah. Yeah, I remember one time, like, I put, you was into, all the way George Page was interviewing you, and you pronounced my name really well, like Clyde. You said it, and like a lot of people don't get that, and I was really impressed with that. So
Yeah,
that
it
was
took me
cool.
a second because I'm like, is it Kayla? Kla? And I was like,
Yeah, it's an African name.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Some people that it's like a one syllable, like it's like almost like you saying Clark, and then you just drop the R and the K, and just
Kla,
gotta make it like la.
Kla.
That's
Yeah.
all. It's not. Yeah, yeah. Are you Native American?
I am not full
Oh,
blooded, but I do follow my native roots as well. But I am also Samoan. I'm a mixture of things, but I'm mostly Native American and Samoan.
that's interesting. That's interesting. I know someone that's Samoan. But he's on TV. I don't know him, but you know 90 Day Fiance.
Who
I
said?
don't know 90 Day Fiance. His name is Asuelu. And
I've
a
heard of
couple.
90 Day Fiance, but I don't really watch it though.
Yeah, it's this guy. His name is Asuelu. He's from Samoa. That's when I first heard about
Okay.
Samoa and stuff, because he's from there, and he married a woman, and she's like a couple years older than him, and he cheated on her like 12 times and stuff. And so, but that's
Wow.
another topic.
That's
Yeah,
so bad.
yeah. So, but that's interesting. I mean, like, I never really met like a Native American before. So,
Really?
nah, I
That's cool.
never, because I live in New York. I live in New York City.
Well, they got lots of powwows up in New York. They're actually probably one of the, well, not the biggest in the world, but they have really really big powwows up there. I haven't been personally, but I've heard lots of great things about them.
Oh, that's the tribe powwows, you said?
No, powwows. It's a gathering. It's kind of
Oh,
like how people go to church, but for us it's different. But it's the same kind of ideal if you want to compare those two, I guess, in a way.
oh,
But it's a gathering of nations. There's intertribal powwows, or there's just individual like powwows for like our people and like certain tribes. Like there's different kinds. Intertribal, anybody can come in. We always welcome people to come into the powwows and everything. So, but they're a
oh.
lot of fun. It's a great way to learn too about our people.
Okay, yeah, yeah, that's very interesting. All I know is something about like Native Americans, like they'll see the shamans and they smoke the pipe and that's it. Their land was taken over by certain people, and that's about it. I really don't know too much
Well,
about Native Americans.
there's a lot to our history that a lot of people don't know about because it's not really talked about in schools, sadly, as much as it probably should.
Yeah.
Considering the other people's history is a part of ours since we were here
Oh,
first. But
yeah.
that'll be too long of a conversation to talk about that one.
Yeah, yeah. Well, how you got started wrestling for the
So
viewers that don't know about you?
So technically, I started in the business itself, not as a wrestler, but I started in the business when I was about 19 years old. And I was a manager for a wrestler back in the day, which actually ended up being my daughter's father, but that didn't go very well. But over, about a couple of years, it took me time to heal from that situation and, being a single mom and stuff like that. A friend of mine, Sheik, not not WWF Chic, not that one. But Bia is his name, and he actually dragged my butt out of the house because I wouldn't leave the house, and I just couldn't be around people. I had really bad, anxiety, PTSD, everything else from that past relationship,
Mm,
and he actually got my butt into the wrestling school called Showcase Pro Wrestling, and that's in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, and it's an amazing school. I've been going there for many years, and I've continuously been going there. I've been learning every single day. But yeah, so my butt got pushed through those doors from a friend, of a mutual friend, which I thanked him every single day because honestly, I don't know where I'd be right now if I didn't walk into that school because the school definitely helped me heal as a person and helped me grow and be the person who I am today. Honestly, it saved me big time. Not only did my daughter save me, but wrestling has saved me in a lot of ways I never would have thought.
yeah, that's interesting. I mean, so it wasn't all bad. It just kind of probably that was a door open for you to get into wrestling, probably.
Because like I was already around it before I had my daughter, but
Yeah,
with the whole PTSD and anxiety and just being around that brought back flashbacks that were very painful, but I ended up growing past that, and it's helped me, push through, the past and, you know, just challenge myself every single day, mentally, emotionally, physically. It
yeah,
was amazing. And I just kept pushing because it felt good. I started getting myself back. I found who I truly was again
yeah,
and more, honestly. Um, and I mean, if you followed my career since I first started, I was never Nakoma Tala when I first started. You can see
yeah,
the process of my healing process, if you see the gimmicks that I went through. And this is my healing stage. This is who I am. This is who I always was. I just weren't was blind to it. So
yeah.
here I am.
What was it like doing the training and all that stuff? Like, was it hard?
So I've been the only female continuous female at that school for 9 years. There's been maybe I think two females in the 9 years I've been going there, and they didn't last long at all. Maybe like a month they lasted. But um when I first walked through the doors, it was nothing but men, which I'm kind of used to because I was always a tomboy. I always played rough with the guys. I played football, this and that. So that didn't bother me. It didn't phase me any. But I knew that I had to step up my game and show them that I belonged there. And
Yeah,
I wasn't just some typical chick off the streets because that's definitely not who I am.
yeah,
But it definitely was not easy. And I told them I want to be treated just like they have been treated. I don't want to be treated any differently. I want to learn just as much as they do. Put me through what I need to get put through. You know. So first day we're doing nothing but bumps and bumps and bumps and bumps and bumps for months. My neck was stiff. I was sore. I was all bruised up and everything. And I literally posted pictures. I still have those pictures to this day to remind me of how far I've come uh
right.
since then. And then they had me going through the ropes. And at one point we're learning how to do go over the ropes backwards over the top rope, and I just couldn't get my butt over the top rope. I would get there, almost there, and I would just drop. And I kept doing it so many times because I wanted to get it bad so much. I ended up drilling a hole, a burn mark in the back of my shoulder blade, and it was bleeding down my shirt. It was going. That's
Mm,
how bad I wanted to learn. I wanted to keep doing it until I got it, and I was able to do it. And it just like I was dedicated. I want this, and I still want it to this day, which is why I still wrestle
yeah,
and I still push myself. But wrestling is not meant for everybody. Some people want to do it, which is great, but it takes a lot of sacrifice and a lot of like it challenges you mentally and physically and emotionally. It's not just the physical aspect, it's mental because you got to mentally push yourself through the pain, because that
yeah,
ring's not exactly a trampoline as a lot of people like to think of it, and it's not exactly cushioned and soft and squishy. So
right.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds similar to bodybuilding because a lot of times. majority of times I'm always talking to women bodybuilders, and they say the same thing. It gotta be something that you want, because they kind of do things. They go to the extreme, and not everybody can do that, you know. And then it's like wrestling. All people all I've ever heard was like wrestling was fake, and then too, I started talking to some people, and they tell me no, it's not. Because it's a lot of training and stuff like that, and aches and pains, and yeah. So
Because if it was fake, anybody could get in that ring and do it. But you don't see just
yeah,
everybody jumping in that ring and doing it. That's the thing, which proves to you it's not fake. The
right.
pain is very much real, and the hard work we put in is very much real. And the just dedicate. You have to be dedicated and have the heart for it. And it's
Right.
all psychology as well too. You got to think on your feet. You can't just sit there and stare at your opponent and be like, "I wonder what he's gonna do." And just get smacked in
Right.
the face or punched in the face. You got to be on your feet and think, think, think. You got to think survival mode. You got to be ready for anything that comes at you. And not many
Yeah.
people can do that.
But do you guys do like performances and stuff? Like I would say, right? Like you
Sure.
do like the Native American warrior type of thing, and that's what it seems like. I don't know. Like educate me on the wrestling thing.
What do you mean by are you talking about like when I come
No,
out
I
on the
mean
ring?
like no, like your performance, like I noticed that the wrestlers they do like they'll act like certain characters or anything like that. Like there's a wrestler I remember she I forgot her name, but she wasn't Russian, but she would pretend that she's Russian to just
Oh,
like get
this
a
is not
character.
pretend. This is 100% me. I mean,
Oh, okay,
some people they have characters. A difference between characters and gimmicks. A character
okay,
is you're pretending to be somebody, but a gimmick is you times 1,000. And that's what makes it genuine when you're out in that ring. It's you. You're showing the world who you are. And that's what
okay,
I'm doing. This is me. I'm showing the world who I am. I'm proud of who I am and I'm proud to represent my people.
okay. I was just asking.
No, I know.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm just passionate about, but yeah,
yeah,
like being when you have a character, it's more
yeah,
work because you're pretending to be something you're not, and you have to do more work to get people to believe in you. But when it's a gimmick, your true self shows, and you don't have to work as hard because it's gonna be believable because it's you. You're coming out as you, and it shines
yeah.
through every time.
Because me growing up, it was like I grew up like looking at Hulk Hogan, Randy Macho Man Savage, the Bushwhackers, Tito Santana, all that type of stuff, and if they would seem like they would be enemies, and but some of them they were close, like they were like enemies, like in a ring, and is it like that, or like do you have like people that you wrestle, you guys are like adversaries, like in the ring, but outside in the ring, you guys are friends.
So, all right. So I personally don't have problems with people, like genuinely, but there are people that actually have beef with other wrestlers. So you never know who you're set. Like everyone's got their own history with people. But me personally, I mean, whoever steps in that ring, I'm gonna wrestle you regardless, man or woman. It doesn't bother me any. I mean, it's my job, to try and get rid of the bad guys. But I have wrestled friends. Which makes it even more fun. Um, it just it makes it more challenging because sometimes you know that other opponent like 100%, so you know their move set, so that makes it more challenging, and they know your move sets, so it makes it more fun. But me personally, I've never had a legitimate problem with anybody in the ring.
Okay. Well, you got some guests here. You got my boy All the Rage Page. It was really tough, especially being the only woman in a wrestling school.
Yeah, no, it is tough because you gotta prove yourself. You gotta work 100 times more than the men to shine, and stick out. Because again, not many females get taken seriously in this business besides a pretty face or a pretty body and this and that. I want to be
Right.
known for moves. I want to be known as a wrestler, not just for a pretty face or anything else. And like I said, you got
Right.
to bleed and sweat just 10 times harder than the men. And that's what I've been doing
Right.
for many years. I've been busting my butt and I've been bleeding and sweating just as much as any other man that steps in that ring.
Right.
That's what you got to
Do
do.
did the do you feel like sometimes like when you was wrestling with the men, do they hold back because it's like, oh, she's a woman, I gotta take it easy. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think those people who underestimated me learned real quick when they stepped in the ring, and I've had some men underestimate me and say, "Oh, I've never wrestled a female in the ring before," because again, there's not many females in this
Yeah.
business for one.
Right.
So when I did step in the ring with one, he told me straight up, he's like, "I've never wrestled a female before. I've never had a match with one," and I was like, "Good." I was like, "You're gonna learn real quick." I was like, "We're gonna have fun." He's like, "I don't feel right hitting you," and he legit actually complained to the promoter, and I was like, "Are you serious right now?" I told the promoter, I was like, "Don't worry about it." I was like, "We'll have fun. We'll make it a good match. I promise you." So the first thing, it was a tag match too. So it was me and some other girls, and it was the three guys on the other team. So what happened was I stepped in. Once I got tagged in, the guy that complained to the promoter, he came running at me. I straight scooped him and slammed him real quick, and he didn't know that I was coming at all. I just slammed him, and I just started going hard on ba 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 ba. And that's when he realized, I was like, "Oh right, she means business. She's not playing around." So he started throwing and stuff like that. And we were just going at it. We were just brawling in the ring. And I want to be, like I said, when it came to training, it's the same thing in the ring. I want to be treated as an equal. I didn't
Yeah.
work my butt off for this long to be treated like a little princess because I am not a little princess. As you can see in the
Ah,
videos and my matches,
yeah.
I mean
Yeah.
business. I don't play. So I just think of it as disrespect when they go soft or they go easy on me. Like I want to be challenged. I want to learn. I want to be able to be pushed to my limits. That's why I'm here. So
I understand, but like, but do you understand why certain men do it? It's not like I don't know if I can explain it, but I'm gonna try to explain it. Like it, you understand where men come from a lot of times. It's like when you grow up, you're taught a certain way that you have to respect women and stuff. You can't hit a woman, a certain way you got to talk to them.
right.
Even me as a man now, you gotta. And so when you see that, it's like I don't know how to kind of deal with that because it gets complicated because other times we men we fight amongst each other, we compete against each other, and I get it, and I get it, but
In a
it's
competition, you're taught
because
to face whoever you're supposed to face, regardless to be number one, right? No matter who steps in front
yeah.
of you, right? So it shouldn't matter if it's a female or a male. If you're trying to be number one, you need to be number one. You need to do what it takes. You need to push yourself. You need to wrestle whoever needs to be wrestled. I've wrestled two females at the same time. I've wrestled men that are 10 times bigger than I am. And I did whatever it took to try to be number one. Even if I didn't win, I still did what I had to and did what I could.
Yeah, I
So,
see you. I see some matches that you lost with men, and I see some matches that you had like a tie. So I
I've
didn't
never
see
had a
every
tie.
match.
I've
Well,
never had a tie.
I think
I've lost a
you had
few, but
like
I've also won a lot too. I've also won a lot of
no,
matches.
you had you. I seen it last night. You had a match where this guy he looked like some Beastie Boy, something like this was probably like years ago or something, because he was wearing like this brown outfit because you, I think it's Valley Pro something. I forgot the dude's name. I should have wrote it down, but I think he was like talking crap like, oh, I don't want to wrestle a girl and stuff like that,
Was
and
it
and
BCW?
I forgot the name. I should have wrote it down, but
Because there's
he
been a
had
few
like
men
this.
that like to talk a lot. So they like to talk a lot about females being in the ring, and I've had to shut them up every single time and made them
Yeah,
learn real quick. So
I think he didn't want to like to kind of like go at it with you too much. and then he left. And so I think the guy, I mean, I think the referee, I think he called it a draw or something like that. I'm gonna show you the
No.
link. I'm gonna show you the link. I'm gonna show you the link. But
All right, show me the link,
I
but
don't know if you.
I highly doubt there's ever been a tie. There's no ties. It's either you get counted out or know whatever.
All
Like
right,
I don't.
all right. But you got Erin, one of the toughest women I know in the business.
Yeah, I love Aaron.
Uh, Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
noticed you have a lot of fans.
You look like you can tag team with my girl Nia Jax. I wish I met Nia Jax once, and she is she's huge. I didn't expect her to be that tall. Honestly, I knew she was tall, but standing next to her, I'm like, I'd love to wrestle her or be on her. I'd be a tag team like with her. I'd love to. That'd be amazing.
Yeah. Nakoma, you look like you can tag team with my girl Nia Jax.
Yeah, Nia Jax. Yeah, no, I'd
Nia
love to. That'd
Jax.
be awesome. That honestly, that would be cool.
Yeah, what was it like competing in WWE?
Well, I didn't compete in WWE. I had a couple of tryouts and seminars with Gabe Sapolsky, which was a great learning experience. Um, he likes me. He liked my stuff. And he recognized me the other times I showed up to his seminars slash tryouts, and I've gotten better. I've taken those notes down. I've been working on them. I've been losing weight. I've been gaining more muscle and everything, thanks to Christina Rondo's kickboxing fitness gym in Johnston, Rhode Island. She's
Yeah,
been helping me with all that as well, because that was actually something Gabe told me. He's like, you need to lose a little bit more weight and try to get a little toned up, just so it's easier for you in the ring, which I already knew. I was already trying to work on that. And then thankfully, which I actually got her shirt right now, strong is the new is what does it say? Strong, let me think. Yeah, is the new skinny. That's I was right. Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't mess that up. But strong is the new skinny, which is one of her shirts. Is actually I freaking love, because you don't have to be skinny to be beautiful. But yeah, Rhonda, she's been helping me reach those goals. So I'm hoping Gabe sees that next time I go for another tryout in the future. Um, I'm trying to reach my goal right now, and Rhonda's been kicking my butt and making sure I'm getting to that goal. So but yeah, no, Gabe definitely opened my eyes, and I learned a lot. He had us down in Florida, he had us doing promos, and he also had us doing a 3 minute match, which honestly I've never done a 3 minute match before. So that was definitely a challenge. Um but I did it. I was able to do it, which is good. And then he did a Q&A. And a lot of stuff that people were asking and the stuff he was telling us actually made me open my eyes, because like I was worried that you can only be a certain age and there's like an age limit, this and that. And he there's no real age limit, honestly, but he did say, like before, I told you that they look for like specific looks, and obviously they're looking for basics, footwork, stuff like that. So
mm,
you could be wrestling in the business for like 20 years, and some people are not good with their basics. Their footwork can be sloppy, and that could make them not be chosen, like simple stuff like that. So like I'm trying to go back to my basics and clean that up, because I think, me personally, I need to work on my basics. I mean, I'm good at wrestling, like don't get me wrong, but the footwork, like simple little details is what they're looking at. Not the flippy fancy stuff that everyone thinks. It's
right.
the small details. They look at that kind of stuff.
Okay. I interviewed a bodybuilder. Her name is Donna Salid, and she went to a Al Snow training school. You ever thought about going to that training school?
Um, I'm a single mom, so I live in the East Coast, and I already go to Showcase Pro Wrestling. I have branched out to other schools. I did go to Mike Baker's House of Bricks school, which closed down sadly a while back. But right now I'm at Showcase Pro Wrestling, and that's always been my home. And but I do, if I can branch out, I have the chance to like go in there for like a day or whatever to a different school and it's nearby, or if I go traveling for a show, and there's one nearby, I'd be more than happy to pop in. But it's being a single mom and wrestling and being a college student and everything else, you got to balance everything out. It's not easy to just up and leave and go and like, oh, I'm gonna go to the school. It's not as easy as that.
Yeah.
Some people have it easy like that, but family comes
How
first.
much traveling do you do? Like, do you do a lot of traveling? Like, since you been wrestling, or
So I love traveling. I'm actually looking for new states to land in and wrestling. Recently I was in Canada, and then before that I was in North Dakota, and I've been all over the East Coast. I've been to Florida, Indiana, Tennessee, um, Texas actually. That was earlier in my career. I was in Texas. Um, I've been branching out quite a bit, even more so now. And if you guys know any schools, not schools, sorry, you got me stuck on schools. If you know any companies in your area, you can always hit me up on my social medias, Nakoma Tala. You can always message me or comment on any of my pictures. Um, or you can let the companies know about me. I mean, word of mouth is even better. Spread the word about me, and maybe you'll see me in your town. So we'll see.
oh, okay. Do your daughter see you wrestling and stuff? Watch your
Yeah,
matches?
she loves wrestling. She's been around us since she was a baby, pretty much. Like, and literally, this wrestlers have known her since she was like literally in my palms. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, she goes to some of them. She doesn't go to the faraway ones, but the local ones in our area, she'll come from time to time. But not so much like the faraway ones, because I don't think she would be able to last in a car or a plane ride for hours. So
Well, I got some like some clips. I mean, some pictures and stuff. See you in action. Hold on for a second.
let me see.
That's too small. I should have kind
Oh
of,
yeah.
yeah. Well, this is you profile
So
pic, but
that the animated picture you just showed, oh, that's Tiffany. I love Tiffany. I feel bad 'cause I beat the crap out of her. But that video right there, the animated one, I'm actually gonna be in a video
right.
game called Wrestle Coach.
Yeah.
It hasn't come out yet, but they put me in it, and I'm really excited. Um, they that was a lot of work. I'm not much of a gamer, but I think after
Right.
going through all of that, I might have to buy the game and actually learn how to play.
Mm,
And it'd be interesting to play all the other wrestlers as well too. But
mm.
they had all the straps and the sensors on me and everything, and they had me doing the walk. And it's kind of cool seeing yourself on the screen, all the little body movements and everything. Like every little movement you make, it shows up on the screen. It is so cool. And you do your entrance with no one around, and it's so awesome. It's so much fun.
But so for some strange reason, I kind of see you like in street movie. I mean, a video game for some reason. Because
You see
I
me in a
guess
what?
because a Street Fighter, the video game. Like, oh, you kick, yeah, yeah.
Everybody says
I
that.
yeah,
I remember.
because
I remember
it's
that. My
this
brother played
dude.
that game.
Yeah, it's this dude that he's like an Indian dude, I think, and he's like a Street Fighter or something.
I
And so
forgot his
like
name.
when I
I know
see that,
exactly who you're talking about too. Someone told me I should
yeah,
be him for Halloween.
yeah. So when I see you with the outfit, the blue outfit, it kind of reminds me of that. Like, she needs to be in a Street Fighter game. Let me show some
Yeah, I
more
get that. I
pictures.
get that quite a bit.
Yeah. So the Tiffany, what's her name? Tiffany Amazon or something like that.
No, 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 no. Tiffany. Oh my goodness.
Avatar.
Avatar, yeah,
Tiffany.
Tiffany Avatar.
Yeah.
She is a sweetheart, honestly. She's definitely gotten better. I remember meeting her when she was first kind of starting out. Um, and I remember meeting her at one of the shows because we were supposed to wrestle each other, and she told me that she's still
Yeah.
learning. So I took her in the ring and I showed her some stuff. I talked to her, and we kind of bonded and connected because she deals with anxiety and stuff too, and she was going through a lot at the time. So, being a female in this business, we gotta look out for each other and support each other. Even though we're facing each other in the ring, afterwards
Right.
it's always sisterhood. At least I'd like to think so. Like I said, some people got beef and whatever, but me personally, I like to be there for the woman in the business, because it can be dangerous, for us, and it could also be challenging and lonely sometimes. So I
Mm,
like to try to at least be supportive, the best I can, or try to make things easier for them. But we're talking to her and stuff like that. She's definitely got heart for this business. She really does. Um,
mm,
and she's definitely gotten better since I last wrestled her in the ring. We actually ended up tagging together in Jersey. I think it was about a year ago now, or so. But we tagged together, me, her, and another woman, Eris. She lives in Jersey, and but yeah, those two girls, we actually did a tryout together as well. There's a video clip. It was a tryout for like 7 different companies all at once, and we all bonded that day. Honestly, me and Eris bonded that day as well. She had anxiety and she was just overtired and everything like that. Because I guess she worked the whole weekend and then tried out for the tryout and stuff. So, but yeah, no, these girls, they have a lot of heart. They definitely push their bodies to the limit.
yeah. Knowing that you had anxiety, like how you overcame it, like especially like wrestling in front of people.
So it took me a long time. I mean, I still somewhat have anxiety, but then I remember, I have my fans who have my back. My ancestors are here with me everywhere I go. I'm not alone. And then on top of that, I think of my daughter. She's always with me in my heart. My tattoos. I don't know if you know about my tattoos, but the dream catcher that I have on my right leg, my right thigh, has my daughter's name in it, and that I kind of carry her with me everywhere I go, and she helps me keep going and going and going and pushing forward. Um, and the tattoo I have in my left eye, not many people know about. It's not just a design. The little feather on the band I have is actually a son that I lost. I had a miscarriage many years back, and I carry him with me everywhere I go too. Them too are what keep me moving forward, and they keep me in a positive headspace, and they always make me happy. And I just like to think that they're proud of, what I've become. Not only have they've helped me grow as a person, but like they've pushed me.
Mm,
And the fans have done the same thing for me. That especially the day ones. The day ones have always been there for me as well too. And I really appreciate everybody that has been there for me. Even the ones that I just recently met, just all the love you guys give, honestly makes me happy, makes me be able to breathe. And it also does help. I scream when I go through the curtain, through the
yeah,
entrance. Seeing my matches, I come out just that helps too. But
yeah,
no, honestly, just remembering I'm not alone. You know, sometimes it does get lonely in this business, and because I travel a lot alone. Usually, I'm trying to not travel so much by myself, but
mm,
usually I'm traveling by myself, and I go to these new lands, and it does get scary. But again, ancestors, fans, my daughter, they they ground me. I don't feel lost. I don't feel anxiety, and they just help clear my head. Just happy thoughts.
yeah, yeah. My condolences to your miscarriage.
Yeah,
That's
thank you. Yeah,
no,
that
that's
was a
not a
very, very
fun.
long time ago.
Yeah.
But
Talia always your Talia, you have the body, the face, and the attitude.
thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you're a gorgeous woman. I mean, you're very voluptuous, if I could say that. You know, so you could use that as a weapon or something.
I
I
do
mean, there's a lot
sometimes.
of
I do. I'll admit it. I do
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah. Rolando G, Bret the Hitman, Bret Hart, one of my favorites. Rest in peace, Owen and Hart Foundation. do you see yourself like doing it for the long run? Like how long would you like do the wrestling thing like so you get to the WWE?
I'd like to go as long as I can, as long as my body can take it. And I want to make it into WWE. I'd like to make it into AEW, preferably WWE. But I mean, whatever comes first, and I'll keep pushing to go further. Even like if I do make it to AEW first, I'm gonna keep pushing to be number one there, and then possibly WWE if I can. But I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. I've
Yeah,
I've been doing it for 9 years so far, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon.
that's a lot. 9 years, huh? So
It's a
you
lot
like a
of the
vet.
time flies though. Time it's definitely flown, and it's definitely been worth it. I mean, I've met
Why
lots of
why
people
why
along the way.
why is the wait though? Like why that you have to wait to like you're not a rookie or anything like that. Like why like you have to wait that long just to for the tryouts and all that stuff, the training just to
Well,
pick you.
it's not exactly a wait. It's so the how to explain this. So Gabe Sapolsky started posting about trials and seminars, and I just started noticing that because I got shown it by actually another student at the school, and
Mm,
I figured I might as well try out. Because I didn't have the knowledge about it when I first started. I was kind of just lost into the indie scene and was kind of just growing my name and trying to grow a fan base and try to get my face out there. Um because like I was trained that that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get your face out there, go get out of the state, go, 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 go. That's what I was told.
mm,
So that's what I tried doing is growing my fan base, try to get my face out there, get my name known, this and that. Because you become more, I guess, valuable if you have a big fan base as well. So if those big names were to be like, oh, who's this chick, and they see you have a big fan base, they're like, okay, so she's valuable, okay, but can she actually work? So before, I didn't really have the confidence. I didn't think I was good enough. And I was kind of just again lost in the indie scene. I kind of just kept doing my own thing until
yeah.
that student was like, hey, you need to try out. What are you doing? And again, I was like doubting myself. I'm like, I'm not gonna be as good at these people. These people are probably gonna be like way better, this and that. So, but then I'm like, you know what? No. I was like, I stopped doubting myself. I was like, no, I'm gonna go do this. I was like, I might as well take that jump, take that leap, see what happens. I mean, what's gonna happen? If he doesn't like me, it's like me. I can just work on whatever I need to work on and get better. And that's exactly what I've been doing. I did 3 of the tryouts. And honestly, not long after each one of them, because I figured if I went to one seminar and tryout, it might be different
Right.
from the other ones, which it was. All 3 of them were a little bit different. I learned more every single time because other people were asking questions I didn't think of. So I would take notes. I took notes every single time I went to those tryouts. And I've been working on all the stuff that I took notes on that I knew I needed to work on that I never thought of. So that's what I've been doing now is growing as a person, growing as a wrestler, and kind of changing things up a little bit, doing things a little bit differently to try and be more noticeable to these bigger companies, hopefully. So we'll see what happens. And then once I feel like because I have been trying to add more move sets, to my list of moves and trying to become more flexible. I'm losing weight. I'm trying to tone up, make myself look more of a wrestler as well. So I'm hoping this change will actually help me have a better shot. So
Right.
who knows in the future where I'll be. I'm
Do you
hoping,
weight
fingers
train and
crossed.
stuff? Also, you do you weight train?
I do. My sponsor, who is Ronda Rousey. Jesus, I wish. No, Christina Rondo's kickboxing and fitness. They're actually helping me learn how to eat healthier. Um, and a lot of my followers know that I love my loaded nachos, and every once in a while I'll have a little bit of loaded nachos. But I've been sticking to my diet, so if you're listening into this, Christina Rondo, please don't kick my butt when I'm at training again. But I've been sticking to my diet. I've been sticking to my limits, my carb limits, this and that. And they've been training me and teaching me how to do weights because I never really was taught how to do like anything that had to do with the gym.
Right.
Because I was always outdoors. I always was working with kids, so I'm always running and moving around all the time. I'm already lifting like 70-pound kids, this and that, 50-pound kids, as is. And again, I'm always outside, going for walks, hikes, whatever. So I was already doing that, but I never got trained or taught how to do things in an actual gym. So all these machines are completely new to me. I didn't know what I was doing or what I was even looking at. Some of these machines are like weird looking. Um, but yeah, so she's been teaching me, how to work my upper body, different types of workouts. And I found out there's a lot of muscles I didn't know I had. And I end up really
Yeah.
sore afterwards. Christina Rondo's kickboxing fitness gym, they don't play. They really don't. They put you to work. For they have a circuit program where there's like 10 different stations for 45 minutes and you rotate, each of them, and they have different workouts, and the time goes like that. But that time that's quick makes you sweat like a whole lot and you go through a whole freaking workout. It's crazy. But
Yeah.
it feels amazing afterwards, honestly. It's I've lost so much weight since, because I'll admit, I know a lot of females don't like to admit how much they weigh, but about a year ago, I weighed 256 pounds. I was a big girl. And then before I even stepped in the door at Christina Rondo's, I tried, losing weight. So I went down to, I think it was like 230 something. And then by the time I went and walked through the doors at Christina Rondo's, I was 227. And then a month later, I ended up going down to 220. So I lost 7 pounds. I also lost 14 inches of like body fat on my body, which was amazing.
Mm.
And in only a month, I lost that much. And that wasn't from starving myself, because trust me, I can't starve myself. I love my food too much. But all I
Yeah.
had to do was just eat healthy. I ate steaks. I ate like I like just healthy fish, like stuff like that. And I didn't have to starve myself. And I also had amino powders, amino acid drinks that they have that's like got vitamins that helped me. Literally, I lost weight and I started doing the training that they had me going through. And right off the bat, I'm honestly already feeling better about myself in the ring. I feel lighter. I'm moving around easier in the ring, and I can't wait for months to come. Honestly.
That's good. That's good. I mean, I don't think. I mean, it's not always easy. Like doing it by yourself. It's good to have like a personal trainer and stuff. You know.
Yeah, and they have group classes too, which makes it even better because you can actually be with somebody and we push each other. It's literally a sisterhood. There's men in that class too. That's not just all females. But I mean, like, we push
Yeah.
each other in a positive way. We support each other, and it's a great feeling. I'm not really, I'm used to wrestling training where we're a family there, but we're also like competing in a way too at times. But
Right.
it's kind of the same way at Christian Rondo's, but we're more of a family. We support and push and push and push our limits, and
Yeah.
it's honestly a lot of fun. They have great music while they're doing workouts too, so that's another plus. But
Yeah. It sounds like a bodybuilder diet. You know, like they do like the strict diet, like certain foods. They try to limit their foods and stuff. You know, sometimes they eat the same every day. So.
well, with them, they have me. So it's 50 carbs Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and Saturdays, and then the other is
Mhm.
130 carbs. So it's not calories I'm counting; it's carbs. But obviously, I'm paying
Yeah.
attention to the sodium that I'm putting in my body and stuff like that because that doesn't exactly help.
Right.
But yeah, she honestly taught me a lot on what I'm eating, because honestly, I just ate. I didn't really like realize all this junk that's in the food that we've been eating. So once I started paying
Yeah.
attention, I just started losing the weight. So
Yeah, it's not easy, it's even like with regular people like myself, sometimes, I'll eat junk food because like, I work at the Brooklyn Library, and they have like this vending machine and I don't
That's
always want to
it.
use like yeah, it just got junk like chips and chocolate bars and stuff because I
Mhm.
can't go out and so it can be tough at times, so I try to eat fruits and stuff, but sometimes the they I don't know, it kind of funny sometimes, like I don't know if I can explain it. Sometimes they're not sweet enough, or sometimes like they're spoiled, or it's
Yeah,
you,
it's
you
not
got to
good.
pick the right fruits. Yeah, you got to pick the right fruits at times. So
Mhm.
and then sometimes what you can get bored with fruits at times. Sometimes you want that stuff, you know. So, but I see your pictures though. I got more of your pictures though. Check this out. Yeah,
I
I
remember
got.
that. It was hot that
Yeah,
day. It was crazy hot. Oh my
yeah,
God. I think it was like 100 degrees. I was like somewhere around there that day, and there was no shade anywhere. And that tarp
yeah.
was hot to the touch.
How
I
you
remember.
wrestle with all that? I mean, you had yeah, it was a tag team, but how you wrestle in that hot sun? You just used to it?
Say that again. Sorry.
No, I said how are you able to wrestle in that sun, like over the sun that's beaming on you?
Well,
It,
so when I was training, when I first started training, they tried to make sure we got used to wrestling in different temperatures. So in the school in
man,
the winter time, it wouldn't be freezing. Like they weren't horrible towards us or nothing. Like I don't want to make that come off like but
man,
they made sure that we learned to like get used to wrestling in different temperatures so we won't be dying in these situations. Um so it's just something my body adapted to because like even now it's like 32 degrees outside. I could be walking out in a tank top and maybe like leggings or something. I'd be fine. And like actually today I went to go pick up my daughter from school, and the parents are looking at me like, aren't you cold? I'm like, no, I'm fine. I'm comfortable. She's like, oh, we're freezing. And like I was always known as the kind of the crazy mom because even in the wintertime with the snow, I was in shorts and like a t-shirt and stuff, and they're
yeah,
all like, "You're crazy." But yeah, it doesn't bother me any. I mean, sure, it sucks sometimes, but again, it's a mental thing. You gotta push through it. You gotta just keep going. You gotta block it out. You gotta block out the pain. You gotta block out, your negative thoughts and just keep pushing, going forward.
yeah, yeah. You mentioned about Tiffany Avatar. I don't know if I want to mention it because I seen that fight and you kind of why was she hugging you? Like I didn't understand that.
I'm trying to remember because we tagged together and then we wrestled one on one once. Oh, you're talking about the one where I was helping her. Is that the one you're talking about? That picture?
I think you was beating her up or something like that. Let me see.
There's times when I'm beating her up or I'm helping her. It's
Yeah, you give a lot of ass whipping and then you get some ass whippings too.
yeah, I get knocked around from time to time. I'm not gonna lie, I do.
Yeah, you have a lot of endurance. So
Yeah.
yeah, this what I know her name. Her name is Juicy.
Yep, Juicy. Yep.
Yeah,
And she's a wild one. That one. She's she's a character.
yeah,
I remember when I first met her, I didn't know what to think. My brain was still processing. I'm like, who who is this lady in this ring? She's crazy. She's so like so much energy. I'm not used to that, and she's so colorful and bright. But she's honestly really cool. I like her vibe. I honestly do.
who's your biggest rival in your opinion? Who you think?
I mean, again, I don't have any personal problems with people, but when it comes
Yeah,
to uh, there's a few people. So there's a woman I lost the belt to in Canada. I had the belt for quite some time now, and her name was, I think, Dana, I believe. Dana Black, I think her name was. Um, yeah, I'm not very happy with her because she
no,
cheated.
don't worry.
She
As
cheated
long
to
as
me.
you see.
She
No.
knocked me right in my face, but boop, and I was like dazed. And go to find out, she pinned me by putting her feet on the ropes to make sure I didn't kick out.
Oh,
So I typically would not have a problem if she pinned me in a clean way, but since she did it dishonorably, I didn't like that at all. And on top of that, she took my belt, so obviously I'm not happy at all. Period. But I don't deal with disrespect and dishonor in my ring. No matter what ring I'm standing in, I'm gonna make sure there's order. I'm gonna make sure everything's gonna go clean, and that's why you see me slide in the ring quite a bit when stuff goes down when there's females in the ring.
yeah,
Oh, but yeah, let's just say I'm definitely coming back stronger than ever when I get back up in Canada again. Hopefully, I'll be there in the springtime, and she's gonna be in for a big awakening. That's for sure. Um,
yeah,
then let's see, Evie De La Rosa. She see I love her, and she's also a huge challenge because she's very talented. She's tough. She's just as tough. I probably tough as me. She brawls. She gets in there and she gives it her all. Like I've
yeah,
worked her quite a few times, and I really want to get in the ring with her again. Now that um I gotten a little bit better since the last time. It's been a long time since I've wrestled her, but I'm hoping I can wrestle with her in Puerto Rico, possibly one on one. Um, or anywhere. Honestly, anywhere would be great. But honestly, Evie De La Rosa is probably a challenge for me. Me and her go head to head, and it's an all
mm,
out war, like every time. That and Vicious Vicky. Vicious
mm,
Vicky and I have had some really, really crazy brawls through the years. I haven't seen her wrestle in a long time. I know she's doing really good so far. I know she's got this really dark gimmick all of a sudden. I kind of like it. It I don't know if I should be worried, but but honestly, those women right there are probably the ones that would are challenging that I love wrestling, getting in the ring with because we test each other, we push each other
right,
till every time.
right. All the rage George pays is about working and getting a repetition. Repetition.
That's right.
And you said congrats on your weight loss.
Thank you, George Page. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's always messaging me and sending me funny videos and stuff. What did it say? Devil Vicky or something?
Devil Vicky. I just saw her match.
Oh, I haven't seen her matches in a long time, but I seen a picture of her what her new look is, and it's pretty crazy looking. I kind of like it,
Mm.
and part of me kind of likes it, but I'm a little worried too. So we'll see.
You you was also you have like this. His name is Nick something. I forgot his name. He's a guy wrestler. How many like wrestling? How many guys
Nick
you wrestled?
Diamond.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, Nick Diamond is very talented. He trained actually at my school. When I first started. He did
Yeah,
it, and then he came back, and he came back better than ever. And he was training with us for a while, and now he's training at a different school. And I've been seeing his videos, and he's kicking butt. And I'm proud of him. I'm really happy. And me and him have
yeah,
stepped in the ring quite a few times through the years. And again, it's always a fun time in the ring. We're always bust each other's butt because, again, when you wrestle your friends or you wrestle someone for a long time, you know their move sets. It makes it a challenge. You're trying to think of like, all right, well, he can do this and everything. So every time we're in the ring, we're always testing each other to see like, hey, you remember this? And they end up doing it without telling them, obviously, but they're like, oh shoot, and they go right into it. It's just
How
fun.
long? Oh,
Yeah, it's a huge challenge.
how how long did it take you to like learn those moves? Like, was it hard, difficult, or
Oh, it's always difficult because you're not used to falling willingly. Like
yeah,
when you're training, you're learning how to bump safely, so you're not breaking your neck or back or whatever body part ends up flying in the air and whatnot. so,
mm,
but it takes time. I mean, even to this day, you're still learning. I'm still learning. There's always different ways of doing something. There's not just one way of doing a move, and wrestling is also psychology. And again, there's different ways
mm,
of, doing moves, mixing and matching. I remember her. But that's Jesse. But yeah, that was up in Maine. But yeah, so it takes years, you know. Some people pick up on it easier than others. Some
Mhm.
people takes time. But you know, I graduated from my school years ago and I still go to training. You know, I'm still learning. I'm still branching and learning and trying new things because some people get settled in one style of wrestling, but now that I'm losing weight and I'm more agile, I feel like in the ring, um I'm trying to learn, you know, more move sets and try new styles, see what I can, you know, do like to kind of push myself because I want to get better. I want to learn. I'm always willing to learn, no matter what state I'm in for a show. I'll legit
Mhm.
sit there and watch the wrestlers, you know, try things in the ring, and I'll watch, and I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, that's pretty cool, and like I'll take mental notes or I'll take legitimate notes and stuff, and because everywhere you go in the world, there's different styles of wrestling. I've learned that, and I learned the hard way too. Also, because down in Texas, their style is fast. They're pop, 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 pop. Up in the East Coast, we take our time. We get up, we sell, we tell a story, this and that. And then up in Canada, they're quick too. They're more they're storytellers, but they're also fast on their feet as well. So
Mhm.
like it depends on where you're going. There's different styles, different speeds, different ways they do things, different ways they handle things. So it's always you're always learning. There's no limit to, you know, this is how long you learn this. You know, it all depends on the person.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me move away from. Well, I took a snapshot of it, so because I'm on my phone and stuff. So yeah, but you can give a lot of little ass weapons and stuff. So also I know you. Yeah. This,
Oh, that was recent. Oh yeah, that was actually the girl I wrestled in Canada. She's the one that took my belt.
oh yeah. Oh, so
Yep,
she
that's
cheated.
the girl. Yeah, she
Oh,
ended up knocking me right in the face. Well, this was in Connecticut.
okay.
Little MAGA.
And you did this. Oh, this is upcoming
That's right.
February
That's actually gonna be
17th.
next year. I do plan on being at New England Fan Fest again. I was there this year, and I plan on doing it again. I'm hoping I get to see everybody. I know last time a lot of wrestlers, I guess, canceled. There was a situation that happened, whatever it was. So not many people came or showed, but there was a lot of great talent that I got to talk to, including Nia Jax. I know someone mentioned her earlier. Um, but yeah, no, I'll be there next year again, and hopefully I'll have new merch. And I just love, again, I'd love to meet everybody. I'd love to see everybody, take pictures, talk, chat it up.
Do are they like little girls that are you or something like that, or
Say that again.
are there like young ladies that that see you and would like to emulate you, or like I wanna do what she doing?
There has been some girls that actually dressed up as me. They've had face paint, they had regalia. I've had people from other tribes actually show up to my shows in their traditional regalia and everything, and I'll hear them in the crowd doing their chirps, their you know their screams. I guess you guys would call them, but the chirps,
Yeah,
everything. Um, and I honestly, the first time that happened, that made me tear up because I wasn't used to it. I'm used to, you know, people that aren't from, you know, the native culture and everything else coming up to me and like, oh, it's great, you know, everything else, which is still touching. I still love when people, you know, they still try to dress up as me, but when you have your own people actually show up, you know, that means that it's a whole different level of like emotion because it shows that your people are there for you, and there's not many of us that are out there that actually show up to the shows, or out there in general that I've seen. And once in a while I end up bumping into a few, and it just makes me feel good. I had these a group of kids. I was playing with them before the show, and they're adorable. I love BCW is a group of kids, and I love
yeah.
them. I love them to death. And every time I go there, they always run up to me and we'll play together, and they'll ask me to paint their faces. like mine. So I'll go and paint their faces. And one time, one of them actually dressed up in Native regalia and surprised me. And honestly, that made me tear up so bad. Like, I don't. It's just like I don't know. I don't know how to explain the feeling, but I was just happy. Honestly, it just
Right.
makes me feel good that I'm actually reaching out to these people, and I'm hoping I'm making a difference in their lives in some way or another. Because I'd like to make sure that my people, my fans, everybody knows that I'm there for them as well as they are for me. I'd like to do what I can. You know, I like people message me. I like to try to reach out. And um sorry, I just got a message from Duke, but he's watching right now apparently. But yeah, uh so when I like to make sure my people know that I'm there for them,
Right.
and I want to make sure that they know that they're able to do whatever they put their mind to and their hearts to. They can't be limited. You can't limit yourself, man or woman. You're more than capable of doing anything you put your mind to. Nobody can stop you.
When can somebody? How can somebody get to your merch? Um.
So merch, you can, well, a lot of it's actually handmade. I hand make a lot of my merch, like jewelry, stuff like
Okay.
that. So you can always message me on any of my social medias. I got TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. It's all under Nakoma Tala, Great Warrior Wolf, or just Nakoma Tala. You can always message me. I don't bite. I promise. I may seem kind of vicious in the ring, but I promise you, I don't bite. But t-shirts on the other hand, you have to go through prowrestlingtees.com. Just type my name in and all my designs will come up. You can purchase t-shirts through there. I don't have any on hand at the moment, but if you have seen my merch I've had in the past, um, I do earrings, hairpins. I do custom work too. So if you saw something on the table but you want different colors or different design, I'd be more than happy to try it. So again, just message me.
All right. I could show a clip of you. Like I put some clips together. It's
Okay.
uh,
That was my Halloween costume that I wore this year.
yeah, you look nice in that outfit. Yeah, you looking
Thank
nice.
you.
I had to put that in there. I had to put that in there. Yeah, I mean, like, I seem like your matches is very entertaining. I don't watch wrestling like that. I was on and off. When I was a kid, I grew up like looking at Hulk Hogan and other people, and you know, probably like I think like in the late '90s, I kind of stopped looking at it. I think I stopped probably when China was wrestling and stuff.
I was gonna
But
say
she
I love
fascinated me.
China and Eddie
Yeah,
Guerrero. That was, oh my
yeah,
god, I absolutely love it.
yeah.
Loved it.
So yeah,
Eddie,
cause
I had a huge crush on Eddie growing up.
yeah, yeah. I was like I'm in and out with wrestling. I'll look at it probably like channel surf and stuff. So you got what do you? Oh, I told her she needs to wrestle in that costume.
A
I
lot of
think
people were saying I should wrestle in it. I'm not gonna be able to
that
wrestle in
black
that.
outfit. That's what he talking about. The black outfit.
No, I think he's talking about my costume, my Halloween costume. A lot of people were
Oh
saying
yeah,
it's a lot like my uniform, my gear and stuff like that I wrestle in, but I can't.
Yeah,
Nope, I
I
cannot
like the
wrestle in
blue
that.
outfit that you wear. I think I think that's marketable, official for you to wear that. Yeah.
Which one?
No, the blue outfit with that you usually wear. The blue outfit. Let me show you,
Well,
just in
the
case you.
blue outfit is actually I wear gold now. I have new gear now. That's
Oh,
kind
okay.
I don't say old, but
Yeah, it
it's
is.
I don't wear it as much anymore. I have new gear
Oh,
that's
you don't wear
gold.
that? Okay.
Yeah, I have gold with snakeskin now. I'm actually looking to make new gear. I don't know if you guys know anybody that makes wrestling gear. Just comment or you can message me, whatever. I am looking for a new gear to be made since again I've been losing weight. So this gear I have now, it's starting to get a little loose on me, and there's only so much I can do to it to try to make it fit. But so if you guys know anybody, or help a local business in your area, I'd love to try and help as well too.
You ever are you thinking about getting a little bit muscular, or you just want to
Yes,
tone it?
that's why I've been going through Christina Rondo's kickboxing and fitness. They've been helping me lose weight and also get more muscular as well to look more of a wrestler, also to be in healthier shape. I mean, I was healthy before, but it just wasn't what I wanted. I want to be able to move around the ring a lot easier and be in healthier athletic shape. For me personally, everybody has their on body like goals, I guess. Me, I'm not trying to get skinny because God knows that's not gonna happen with my body build. But I mean, I'm just trying to lose a little bit of weight and just tone up and be more in athletic shape.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a good look for you. You don't look bad now, but it'd be more better. You would be like bit muscular, but
Yeah,
and
that's
just
I'm
do
just
what you
trying to
can do.
build some
That's
more.
all. You don't kill yourself. That's all. That's all.
Yeah,
Like with the industry, So you're associated through Valley Pro Wrestling, like the
I
company.
wrestled for them a while. That was a long time ago. I wrestled for them. Um, I wrestle. I wrestled for a lot of companies, honestly, through the years. But
Oh, okay.
mostly, I was wrestling for Capital City Wrestling, which is up in Canada. I've been wrestling for them for quite some time now, and I've been just branching out. I was in Puerto Rico recently. I was in North Dakota recently, and just been all over the East Coast. And I just been branching out, and I'm gonna keep going. So I wrestle for a lot
Okay.
of companies. It's not just one.
Oh, okay. Now I was kind of curious because I would because I seen the ring like the wrestling mat and you guys it's different than the actual like the WWE and type of stuff because I see you guys wrestling out the ring, you guys fighting and
That
it's
was
like
for
the small
OCW.
chairs
That
and
that tiny ring. Yeah, that was definitely
yeah,
a first for me. A 10-foot ring definitely was a new one for me, but it makes it more challenging because you only have a certain amount of space to wrestle in. And I'm a big
right,
girl. I already covered like half that ring just standing there myself. That
yeah,
just but it was still fun. I mean, we had fun. We kicked each other's butt. You know, I won. I became the women's champ for OCW. So yeah, that was
yeah.
another situation. You know how I said I slide in when there's dishonor in the ring and stuff. That was the
Yeah.
situation right there. Cause there was a girl. She was supposed to wrestle the one that got hit with the guitar, the one in the picture. So
Okay, yeah.
yeah. So what happened? She came out and went boom, and she went out and she started rocking and rocking her, rocking her, rocking her. And next thing you know it, she got knocked out. And
Oh,
that was it. And she disrespected her in that manner instead of having an honest fight, a one-on-one even fight. She didn't want to have it. So that's when I came out. Because I'm not about to have disrespect and have the women's division be looked bad like that. I'm not gonna have it. So I
yeah.
came in. She tried throwing the guitar at me. I caught it. I threw it, and I just started pop, 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 pop. We just started going at it. So I'm not someone to to play around with for one. So I'm
Mm.
gonna make sure that there's an even fight. I'm gonna make sure there's honor in my ring. And like I said before, no matter where I'm at, no matter what ring I step in, there's gonna be honor in it, no matter what. I want to make sure we're gonna have an actual fight.
I wouldn't want to deal with your wrath. So
I swear, I'm a good girl. I promise.
yeah, yeah, that's what they all say. But
I'm innocent.
I don't think you're that bad. I think you're nice. You're
Yeah,
nice.
I only when things need to get handled, and I'm in that ring. It's a different world. But outside the ring, I'm a good girl. It's okay.
Yeah, yeah. I believe you. I believe you.
I
Well,
mean,
I don't
I
want
have
to
a
take too.
huh?
No, nah. You was gonna say something?
I was gonna say I had someone tell me once, it's like, oh, she's got a beautiful smile, but those teeth can bite, and it's like, be careful when you're in the ring with her because she's an actual wolf when it comes to being in that ring. So I was like, oh, okay,
I want
that's so
to
nice.
ask you. I want to ask you a question. Do you go out on a dates or something like that, or
I
tell people
haven't
that you're a wrestler?
I haven't been on a date in a long time. I'm single. Uh, that's I actually never been asked that in an interview. That's a first. But yeah, no, I've been single for quite some time now, and just kind of on my own journey. Honestly, just been wrestling, being a mom, a college
Right.
student, and working, and just handling business basically. So yeah.
What you studying majoring?
Right now, I'm just getting my general classes done at the moment. I'm still figuring things out. I was originally going for a physical therapist assistant, so I could help,
Okay.
wrestlers if they get injured. I'd be able to help
Yeah.
them out. Because I already know a whole bunch of wrestlers in this business at this point, and I figured if I am able to get in that field, I can be more valuable to companies as well.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
or even WWE. I mean, if I can't get in
Yeah.
as a wrestler, I could probably get in as a physical therapist for those who get injured and
Yeah.
need, help rebuilding and get back in that ring. Because I know how bad I know that feeling when you get injured. I haven't been seriously injured ever, but like a sprained ankle, like stuff I've had. But like I know what it feels like to be stuck outside the ring and not be able to be in there. And you have that itch. You're like, oh, I gotta get in there. But yeah, so we'll see where that journey goes. But yeah, that's what I thought about doing, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that's a good, I would say that that's really good for you, because you got the experience and you can help others, you know. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah. Well, I don't want to take too much of your time.
That's all right.
You got any words, inspiring words for people out there like that wanna do what you do?
Actually, I do. I have a few things actually I can say. If you believe in yourself enough, take that jump. Go into that wrestling school that's in your town or the next state over. Make the drive. It's worth it. Even just getting in there and just trying it. At least you said you did it. At least you tried, and like I said, it's not for everybody, but the fact that you did it and you pushed yourself is a win itself. But don't give up on yourself so easily because it's going to be challenging. Nothing comes easy when you first start something. So
Right.
push yourself, and push yourself. Believe in yourself. When we all were, even me, when I walked in that ring for the first time, I doubted myself so many times. But then the good thing is that every school, we all support each other. We all push each other because we all believe in each other. We all started where you started from. We know what it's like. We know how scary it is. So you're not alone. And I
Right.
want you to try and push yourself. Believe in yourself. And then there's also something else that I want to say as well that's kind of like not quite what I was just talking about, but this is what I usually tell everybody in my podcast. Native blood or not, everybody has a warrior within themselves. And it's just a matter of finding it and pushing yourself to actually bring it out into the world because there's other people in this world that need help that can't stand up or speak for themselves. So be that person, be that light for somebody. And every kind action has a reaction, and it'll trickle on and grow and grow and grow. And we need people like that in this world. There's so much negativity in this world, and we need to support each other, and we need to push each other to become better,
Yeah,
to make this world a better place for, especially for our young ones, for our children, and for our future.
yeah, that was nice. That was nice. Well, yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, yeah, I was telling you before, there was this young lady, she was almost doing the same thing that you was doing, and she was going through some stuff, and then she started wrestling, and she's like a rapper, and she wrestles and stuff. So
Yeah, with wrestling, it's a journey. It's honestly, you find who you truly are because it makes you question yourself, and it tests your limits and everything else. And that's where you find who you really are. And I'm glad that she was able to find, you know, that part of her where she was ended up being a musician, a rapper.
mm,
Sometimes it brings out the things that, because sometimes we can't express ourselves in ways, and sometimes wrestling kind of puts us in that dark place, and it
right.
brings all of that out. It's kind of release. Wrestling has always been a release for me. It's helped me with a lot of things that I've had, struggled with like depression. Sometimes I have a bad day where I'm like angry or whatever and just frustrated. Wrestling's always been my kind of like outlet. But it looks like for this woman here, it looks like music and wrestling is kind of helped her in many ways. So that's good. It's helped her release things that, we can normally just talk about.
I got a question. Hypothetically, what if wrestling wasn't in the equation anymore? Like, how would you kind of find yourself?
So you're saying like if wrestling wasn't part of my life, where would I be? Is that what you're saying?
Like, what if you couldn't wrestle no more? Like, what if you know, you going through all these depressions and stuff like that? What's another like outlet you can do?
So if wrestling isn't for you and you do deal with depression and anxiety and everything else, I personally, when I was younger, it was art. I love to draw. Even to this
Okay.
day, I love to draw and paint. There's different creative ways to release and express yourselves in a healthy manner. Because I know talking to people is not easy. I'm kind of thick headed when it comes to trying to let things out. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of my friends could agree with me on that. Because I used to bottle things up and not tell people things. I always thought I was a burden and whatever. But me personally, being out in nature, going through the woods and just breathing in the fresh air, get away from the city, get away from the busy life, the phones, this and that. Get away from everything, get rid of it and take a break.
Okay.
Breathe. Just go out into nature, sit by the water. I love the beach personally. That's my happy place. That's where I can relax and kind of breathe and just release, let the waves, wash away all my sorrows, my stress, everything else. Um, the forest, even the woods, wherever, whatever part of the world you're from, nature will literally heal you and let you breathe because we are one with nature, whether we know it or not. Take your shoes off, bury your feet in the sand, the dirt, wherever you are. Just breathe. Just get away from everybody. Because a lot of people's negativities will end up just staining, just reeks, and just it'll poison you because you'll hear their voices saying this and that and blah blah blah. Block it out. Just get
Mm.
away from everything for a little bit. Take a break. We all need breaks. Some people like to do art like how I did. I used to like to go for walks and just make little rock piles. Just simple stuff like that. Just to distract your mind from everything. Just relax. Our body and our mind needs to relax sometimes, and we don't get that every day because of how this world is nowadays.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you. All right, so yeah, like I guess that's a wrap. But I think like watching your videos and you talk, you have some endurance. You have great endurance. You still need to, it's 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 still more you need to do, but you know you have great endurance. Like if it makes sense, I don't know. I don't know if I'm just talking, but you know you have endurance. Like you have a character that's enduring.
Thank,
That's the best way I could put it. You know. So all right. Yeah. You know. Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you too. Thank you.
Uh, all right, folks. I mean, yeah. That's a wrap. You know. Hope you enjoyed the interview. And you know, that's it.
Thank you so much for having me.